Five Nights at Freddy's community. It's in a weird place at the moment. We should be hyped, we should be excited, it should be at its peak. It kinda is, with the recent Ruin release of fans actually loving it, praising Steel Studios, bringing the franchise back to its roots, what makes it good, having all those positive reviews, and securing themselves as a company that can be trusted with this franchise, with this IP, with the next title, Help Wanted 2, arguably my most anticipated FNAF project at the moment. Fans are hype. At the same time, we are in a transitional era of us finally going to mainstream. All the eyes are on FNAF movie. Some people even predict that this movie will break $1 billion. Very unlikely considering two things. It's a horror movie. Again, very weak argument. But the second one is that it is streaming on the same day as it runs in theaters. So that's that at the moment, right? It should be at its peak. Everything is Gucci. Not really. If you take a peek behind the curtain in the Five Nights at Freddy's community, it might be at its lowest on the other side. Or not. Recently we've had Five Nights at Freddy's Plus and FNAF drama, the controversy. I made a whole video about it. FNAF Plus got canned. We don't know what's going to happen to it, if it'll be picked up or get released. The Steam page has been removed. The FNAF developer has moved away from all the FNAF related stuff, and they have moved on from this community for better or worse. A few days later, another developer moves on from this community, the developer of Grizzlies. Now, Grizzlies has had an interesting history to say the least. Their main game, Grizzlies, it had itself controversy for being political. And then the recent VR title, which I showcased here on my channel during my FanWars game events where I showcased a lot of fan games, some of you told me that the developer is transphobic, and so I asked the developer about it. We didn't go into details, but the concise version is that they said some jokes, they had opinions that people didn't agree with, and they labeled the developer as transphobic. And as for the political aspect of controversy, if you look at the game Grizzlies, it has some, characters that can be deemed some. It's just reach in a lot of sense.
Like, I understand that some people were offended, but I feel like it was a very blown out of context situation.
I can't say with confidence that after seeing it, it can be a reach, but the developer said on GameJolt that time to reflect. It is the end. After reflecting on certain events and behaviors I've been acting upon for the past few hours, I have realized that continuing this will only be in spite of those who are upset at me, not actually in the enjoyment of making video games. I love the Grizzlies series, and you all know I have put love and care into it. However, I think due to recent events, it's time for me and all of us to move on. It was never one of the best games, but I hope everyone who played it enjoyed it, for it was. There are so many things I've said and done that I wish I could have done differently. For those who have seen, I said in 2019 that I wanted to make a story with a rapist being the main villain. I have denounced that completely, and I have moved on from that once that situation ended a long time ago. When it comes to what I said recently, I apologize to anyone I offended. I've never wanted to intentionally hurt anyone, and I just wanted to make my games. At this point, I will take my talents elsewhere. Will I make my own game at some point? Yes, but who knows. I will focus on my physical strength, my job, other hobbies I want to try, and just my life at university. I will take this time to reflect on everything and become a more effective person in all areas in life. I live by treating others how they want to be treated. And so, if people don't want me here anymore, it is best for me to move on. I will wait for Five Nights at Candy's 4 and watch the FNAF movies that are coming soon. That's about it. They thank the other developers and for everyone who stood by their side and whatnot. Kind regards, Lester Tellis. It takes guts to have the ultimate good ending. I tweeted this on my Twitter. In the midst of all the controversies and drama, let us have a positive outlook on the future of FNAF. I said from official to FanWars. Now, anybody who knows anything about me and my channel knows that I use the term FanWars broadly. Anything that is not official, I took it on the FanWars, but I will say this, it was my mistake. Should have put from official to FanWars to fangame. But I didn't thought I would need that. I thought people would get my point regardless, and at least try to get the point of, okay, he's trying to look at things positively. I say, okay, FNAF movie, Help Wanted 2, Pop Goes Evergreen, Five Nights at Candy's 4. I also put Jolly 4, The Joy of Creation Ignited Collection, and JR's 2. Now, I tweeted that and I was like, which project you're excited for the most? And I move on, right? Come back an hour later, all I see is people are like, how can you put Jolly 4 and JR's 2 in FanWars? They are not FanWars. They are not used in FanWars initiative. What are you talking about? Just by looking at the replies and quote retweets, even some of the developers, it's like, bro, calm down. It's just a tweet about a freaking fan game thingy. Like, it really doesn't matter that much. I did clarify. I was like, should've mentioned it. Hey, I forgot I'm here on Twitter. Alright, I forgot I'm on Twitter and I need you to be very specific, otherwise I will get grilled. My reaction to this was, I'm getting cooked. For teeny tiny thing, that's when you know this this community is passionate for one reason or another, but I personally don't mind that much. This alone shows you that something like this can attract so much heat. It can be tiring for many people. It can be tiring and exhausting for folks who have genuine controversies, who have genuine drama, who have genuine, like, said things in the past they don't believe in, or whatever the case is, or anything. Like, they're joking around, next thing you know, that is being used against them, and it could be really exhausting. Like, I'm kind of sort of used to it. I can move on from this, but I can see many people just leaving and moving on from this community for things and situations like this. I said at the end of my FNAF Plus video that there seems to be a consistent theme with this cancel culture and the toxic state of the community, and I think I need to reiterate this point. I applaud and I respect and I love it when community comes together and take a stand against something that is wrong, and when they succeed in getting their point across and exposing whatever the case is, right? But other times it can just come across as insensitive and toxic community from the outside. We've seen with Scott Cawthon the controversy for his donations, political donations. We've seen the Fiznom drama. We've seen the Jono Crom, the developer of One Nights at Flumpty's, their drama. We've seen the stupid drama of it shouldn't even be a thing, but Markiplier and Kane Carter, and now this, the Grizzlies developer. There seems to be a consistent theme of opinions, past comments, cancel culture, for one reason or another. Again, without taking much sides. All of it just really hurts for folks who just want to enjoy FNAF projects, officially or fanverse. I myself am not an active part of FNAF community. I haven't been for a very long time now. I only come back for official stuff and only hand-picked fan games, such as Fanverse Initiative and the non-Fanverse Initiative, but only hand-picked games. Again, for one reason or another. And the funny part is, this is not the only community that has seen these things. Other communities such as Silent Hill community, and there's another community that I'll let you guys guess down in the comments. There's gonna be a flux of new people who want to appreciate and join this community, and when they come after FNAF movie or whatever the case is, and they'll see all of this, why can't we just enjoy the art for what it is? And consistent debate on whether you can appreciate the art without associating it with the artist. It is a debate, a question that I'll leave it to you guys. But it's not all doom and gloom. It's just recently Percy, Playtime with Percy. It has just dropped. A Bite with Freddy got a new look. Forgotten and Fredbear's got one of the most chilling posters I have ever seen in a FNAF fan game. Bondi's developers teasing a VR port. And of course, the official FNAF movie, Help Wanted 2 release. An official look during next month PAX West in Seattle, Washington by Steelwood Studios. So it's not all doom and gloom. It's not all drama, controversy. There's positives. I'm gonna leave you with this question. Can you separate the art from the artist? Or are they both intertwined so much that one can't be seen without the other? One can't be enjoyed without the other?